to me, trusting God is about trusting God's character, not trusting him to do what I think he ought to do.
Yep.
Yes.
And
Good.
I think the times when I've seen people most disappointed with God was when they thought they were trusting him, but they were trusting him for a specific outcome. And when they
Hmm.
don't get that outcome, they then think that God is untrustworthy.
Yeah.
But our trust is in his character, in who he is, not in not in him giving us what we want.
Right.
That's good.
And it's that's hard, and that can be a huge hurdle that we have to get over. And it's a whole lot easier to trust God with people
Hmm.
you're not related to than it is to trust him with your own flesh and blood. There's a lot of ways, like it's way easier for him to trust him with me and for me to take risks and trust God than to encourage my kids to take risks and trust God. Like, well,
Hmm.
what if God doesn't show up for them? Like,
Hmm.
how come I was okay with doing that for me? But I remember my oldest daughter wanted to go on this cross country trip in her old beat up car, and she was going to make this big figure eight around the United States. And I'm like, I didn't want her to do that, but man, if I was her age, I would have totally done that.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
okay, I got to be quiet,
Right.
and
Yep.
let her take risks and trust that God's got her.
Yep.
And it is hard.